Hello again, everybody. My name is Nathan ELEMENTofFROST. Welcome back to yet another prediction video for this week's upcoming episode of Fear the Walking Dead, entitled Cobalt. That is right, everybody. This is Season 1, Episode 5, entitled Cobalt. And Cobalt is actually, I believe, the code name of the show originally, when we first heard of it, you know what I mean? Like, it was the first code name of the show in general. Like, it originally wasn't titled Fear the Walking Dead. And it was originally just codenamed Cobalt, like, for now. It was like a placeholder until they found a name. And obviously they found one, so Fear the Walking Dead. Here we go, guys. Season 1, Episode 5, entitled Cobalt. The synopsis goes as follows. As always, I have to review, or not review, but predict this week's upcoming episode of Fear the Walking Dead, which will obviously entail me having to spoil a few things from previous episodes. So if you guys haven't seen previous episodes, if you guys have not seen my reviews or predictions or anything like that, definitely go check out the episodes, check out everything else that I've posted about this show, and yeah, come back to this video then. As always, spoilers. Just warning you there. So if you get pissed off, just don't get pissed off at me. Spoilers. There it is. It's on the table. We're dealt with it. Okay, so synopsis of Season 1, Episode 5, entitled Cobalt, goes as follows. This is on AMC.com. The National Guard's plan for the neighborhood is revealed. Travis and Madison make a difficult decision. Alright, so that's the synopsis, guys. Now, that doesn't show us a lot or tell us a lot about what we are going to experience in this episode, what we're going to go through with the characters and everything like that. But it does show us that we finally get to understand, from the National Guard's or the military's point of view, what is actually going on there, like what they're actually doing there. Like, are they actually protecting him? Probably not. My guess is no, considering they fucking just beat the shit out of Nick with the butt of their guns last episode at the end. Again, spoilers. There they are. So yeah, I don't think it's anything good, but at the same time, we could be completely wrong. Maybe they are actually protecting them. Maybe they're not the maybe they're not the bad people. Maybe they're the good people. And I know that them beating Nick up really didn't show that. But, you know, it's just, it's a theory. It could be. You know what I mean? Like, we're meant to hate them right now. We're meant to despise them because they're not our characters. That's not our main storyline and everything like that. And they're kind of just blockage or a blockade for the main storyline. With the characters, like, escaping and just, you know, being all fine and dandy, being a happy family, whatever. They could be good people. Now, when I say could be, I mean it's probably an unlikely chance that they will be. You know, they're definitely not there for the greatest of reasons, honestly, in my opinion, my personal prediction. But at the same time, they could be trying to protect them. And just going about it in a wrongful way, you know what I mean? Like, there could be bandits or looters or something like that that have been, you know, going through the streets and just shooting everybody. Maybe that wasn't the military that Madison seen last episode when she was hiding under the truck in the middle of the street when she went outside the fences and stuff like that. Maybe that wasn't the military. Maybe that was like a portion of the previous military, and maybe they've turned, you know what I mean? Not obviously into walkers, but maybe they turned sides. You know what I mean? Maybe they're against each other now. Again, we don't know, but that could be. So, yeah. Other than that, we've seen some sneak peeks, actually, and one in particular, and also a promo that I will briefly go over. In the sneak peek, for one, actually, Olivia, I think it's Olivia. Ophelia. No, it's definitely Ophelia. Again, I'm not too great with the names so far yet, guys, but I am starting to learn them. I'm starting to grasp hold of them a little bit better. So Ophelia, obviously the daughter of Daniel Salazar and Griselda, I believe her name was, Salazar. Her foot was hurt. Obviously, she was taken to surgery last episode, and no one was allowed to go with her. Her dad was not allowed to go with her. Her daughter was not allowed to go with her. She was just taken away. And we don't really know what happened to her. I don't know if we'll find out in this episode. That definitely could be a thing. We might just straight up find out at the beginning. According to this promo, we see a bit of footage of Liza and the other doctor actually in a facility or something, trying to treat somebody. It looks like somebody was bitten. stuff like this, and it's not looking too great. I see a bite mark, blah, 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 blah. That was in a promo. But as far as Ophelia goes, she doesn't know what her mother is, and she's trying to find out basically where her mother is. So it looks like as if the military has maybe retreated from inside of the quarantine zone to the outside, like maybe they found out about Madison breaking out of there, and maybe they're just literally lining the perimeter now. That could definitely be, but it looks like they're on the other side of the fences now, which looks a little bit different. It looks like they're trying to hold them in and maybe, I don't know, protect them from people trying to get inside or, anything at this point, honestly. So Ophelia is down by the fences, inside the fences, of course, yelling and screaming in a sneak peek, and in the promo, for that matter. She was in the promo as well, but I'm talking specifically on the sneak peek right now. She was broken down, man. She just wants her mother, and the soldier that was flirting with her, and they were getting together in last episode in the back of his Humvee and stuff like that. He was arguing with, I expect it's probably one of his captains or a lieutenant or something of that nature. He was arguing with them, just all she wants is her mother. You know what I mean? That's all she wants. This guy seems to not really want to do what the military is doing anymore. But at the same time, they want to keep him safe. He still is on the same page of wanting to, keep him shelter from this zombie apocalypse. But at the same time, she just wants her mother. It's not a big deal. The lieutenant basically is like, I don't want to actually be doing this. I don't want to play a hard, tough, CO that basically is just strict as shit, and you're not allowed to see your only family members and stuff like that. He points out that he has his own family. I don't want to be doing this, but these are our orders, and this is what we're sticking to. Now, the guy who's flirting with her, I can't remember his name. I don't know his name right off the bat, so I do apologize for that. But we'll keep it with the guy that was flirting. Basically, he tells him point blank, let me handle this. I can get it done. So he goes back inside the fences, and basically Ophelia now is on her knees, and the soldier is, I don't know, trying to basically let her confide in him, let her trust him. Let me take you home. There's nothing that I can do about your mother at this point. Trying to reassure you that basically that she'll be safe and stuff like that. And yeah, so I presume he takes her home rather. And on the outside, this soldier, not the soldier that he was originally arguing with or anything like this, just straight up a new face, a new soldier that we have not seen. He looks a little younger, for starters, so this could come into play. He might not be as toughened as the other soldiers and stuff like that, but he's looking at basically Ophelia's heartbreak from the other side of the fence, and he just puts down his weapon, starts walking away, and is like, I'm not doing this anymore. So, there are some good people in that group of soldiers, you know what I mean? They're not all bad. That's what really leads me to believe that they're trying to just install martial law and keep control of everybody, but they're going about it in a not good way, in a wrongful way that they shouldn't be going about it in, if you guys know what I mean. But other than that, guys, in the promo, we've seen a few things break down, like I told you about Liza and the doctor, presumably at the hospital working on some patients and stuff like that. We still don't know the status of Griselda or Nick, for that matter. We do not know anything about Nick. As far as Travis and Madison go, it looks like shit's breaking down maybe in their house. Maybe they're having it out. Madison's probably blaming Travis. And Liza, obviously, for the disappearance or the taking of Nick and everything like that. So that looks like it's going to be probably some fun drama in the next episode. Most likely. Yeah, other than that, though, really, there's not much more else to go on. We usually have 2 sneak peeks and 1 promo. This week I was only able to find the 1 sneak peek, unfortunately, but we do still have the promo and stuff like that. Yeah, so really, other than that, there's not, like I said, there's really not that much basically going on. We see Daniel and Madison talking in the promo. Basically, Daniel saying, this is how we bring him home. So maybe Daniel's devising a plan or something like that in order to bring his wife Griselda and obviously his and Madison's son Nick home. He said like, this is how we bring him home. Basically, that's what he said. Uh, yeah, that's it. It seems like they're trying to devise some sort of a plan. So it's definitely not a bad idea. Excuse me. Other than that, though, I could see a few things going wrong in this episode. Like I said, with the drama between Madison and Travis, quite possibly being at its boiling point. Them boiling over, stuff like that. At the end of the promo, we actually end up seeing Chris and what's her name? Alicia? I think it's Alicia. I believe it's Alicia. Fuck me if I'm wrong. Anyway, Madison's daughter. That's who I'm talking about here. So I do apologize if I got her name wrong. But shit looks to be going down. There's snipers, and then, like I said, Alicia and Chris, which is actually Travis's son. Travis's only, son alone, basically. And it looks like Madison, maybe Daniel are outside of the fences. It looks to be at this facility where a colored man, presumably maybe a director or something like that of this facility, is basically like, who would leave their kid and their wife with some strangers, maybe talking to Madison or Daniel or something like that, basically criticizing them on it. We just don't know, man. We really don't know. There's so much shit going on in this promo. I can't really break it down fast enough, you know what I'm saying? So, I think this episode of Fear the Walking Dead, I believe is going to be a lot more fast-paced than the last one. The last one was very, very good in my opinion. I enjoy every single episode of Fear the Walking Dead. Unlike some people, they don't really like them too much and stuff like that. But I do like every single episode, even though some episodes are slow, which I will admit that last episode was slower than, the rest of the episodes that we've seen so far. I did quite enjoy it. It has, honestly, in my opinion, really, really, really good writing. And it's a show that can survive. It's a zombie apocalypse show that can survive without zombies at this point. They're not going to be able to do this forever, because eventually seeing that over and over again will get boring, considering it's supposed to be a zombie show, a spinoff to The Walking Dead. Obviously, The Walking Dead has tons of walkers in it each episode, and it can't be done without walkers eventually. But at this point, I'm the type of person who understands this is the start of a zombie apocalypse. This is focusing on a group inside of a quarantine zone. There's not going to be walkers, you know what I mean, every single episode. There's not going to be walkers every couple of minutes in a scene or anything like that. We've seen dead people last episode, Madison hiding under the truck and stuff like that. But there's not going to be walkers as of right now, man. It's not far enough into the apocalypse yet. I'd say it's probably only about 10, maybe 11 days. I know it's supposed to be like 9 days since the military moved in and kind of took over their quarantine zone and stuff like that. But it's honestly probably only been about 2 weeks since they left their jobs and, stuff like that. That's presumably, obviously. I don't know that for sure. That's not a statistic. But that's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, like I said, other than that, there's not really much else to go on here, guys, and I do apologize for it, but like I said, I usually have an extra promo to review, or not an extra promo, but an extra sneak peek, but that's all I got to go on this week, guys. That's really it. But I am excited for this week's upcoming episode of Fear the Walking Dead. Like I said before, this is Season 1, Episode 5, entitled Cobalt, which was originally meant to be the code name of the series as a whole. And, yeah. So what that could mean for the episode, we don't know. It could definitely, pick up a lot more. Obviously, the definition of cobalt, in a sense, is a chemical element of an atomic number 27, which is basically a hard, silvery, white magnetic metal. And if you're asking me how I got that definition, it's called Google. Now, whether or not that has anything to do with the episode, I highly fucking doubt it. It really wouldn't make sense, but it definitely could. In some way, shape, or form, possibly. It's supposed to be found, like nickel, I guess. It's similar to nickel. Again, metals, it doesn't really make too much sense. That's what I'm getting, though, off the definition. So other than, I can't predict anything on that, you know what I mean? Looking up the title of an episode, I can't predict anything with that definition. It just doesn't make sense. So I can't predict anything through the title this week. That's bananas to me. But hopefully you guys do enjoy this week's upcoming episode of Fear the Walking Dead. I know I sure as hell will. Even by judging by the 30-second promo and the sneak peeks, it's all looking good, man. It really is, and I'm very, very excited for it. And if you guys only watch my predictions and review videos, check back on Monday. What is it? September the 28th, guys. And I will post my episode review for episode 5 of Season 1 of Fear the Walking Dead, like I said before, entitled Cobalt. That is when I will post my review up on Monday. If you guys watch my other videos, I will talk to you guys tomorrow on Destiny's Zur Day. Zur arrives in the tower tomorrow. I'm very excited for that. Again, I'll see you on Monday, or I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now, everybody.